Hey honey, I found a beautifully drawn game. It's called The Girl and the Falling Star. A star shot down the sky. Its flash was sudden and brief. The little girl sat on the floor, spinning her toy. By the time she turned her face towards the window, the star was gone. No trace remained. She kept her gaze towards the window. Only the moon, the stars, and a faint reflection of the candlelight looked back at her. She did not see the moon, the stars, and the reflection. She did not expect to see another flash. She was thinking of something else. The room was quiet. Crackling of the stove, creaking of the wooden floor, a single candle and the fire in the stove. Their light sank into the wood. Only the window and the icon in the corner returned the reflection. Its glow was amber. Stars that fall belong to someone else, said grandmother. They bring more burden than blessing. The girl returned her head to her grandmother. Grandmother did not raise her head from sewing. How can this be? Whose are they? Everyone's and no one's. Mine as well? Grandmother did not answer. She had already said too much. The girl got up and started to dress. Please, come back soon. The grandmother and the icon watched her as she closed the door. The door was warped, softened by age. She pushed it hard with her shoulder. Her eyes met her grandmother's as the door shut closed. She turned to the road. She exhaled and watched her breath curl in the air. The girl stepped forward. She walked along the muddy road, illuminated by moonlight. The sky was clear, but rain had fallen earlier that day. The road was covered with brown puddles. Dried green grass to the sides was stained with half-dried dirt. The edges of the cracks in the road had been smoothed by the rain. Some cracks stuck together under her steps like stitched wounds. Others spread apart under her step. She noticed the cold, but it did not yet bother her. She was still warm. She walked for some time before she got to the old apple tree. Its branches were mostly bare. Only a few leaves in different shades of dark green and brown still clung to them. There were still apples on the tree. They were perfectly rotten on all sides. The ones on the ground were worse on the sides where they had struck the earth. Some were shriveled. Others dusted with white mold and black spots. Some were burst open from being stepped on. Others were torn apart by rodents and birds. Hello? The crow had been sitting on the branch a long time. It had been watching the girl long before she even noticed. Its beak pointed to the side. The girl could see the bird's eye, but could not tell where it was looking. Have you seen the star? Is this a joke? No, I'm not joking. I have seen a lot of them. The sky is full of them. Have you seen a fallow one? Oh, yes. Yes, I have. Just today, I lost a star. My star. My shiny star. Why do you ask? I've seen a star fall down. That's it. That's mine. I found it first. I dropped it. Can I look? I lost it. Do you know where? No. Crow's eyes shone with greed. Maybe. Now it shone with fear. Yes, I do. Deceit. Go down this path, through the tall grass, some long ways, and once you take a look, I'll even let you hold it and bring it back to me. How's that sound? Will you bring it to me?" They looked at each other in the eyes. "Uh-huh." The girl was not so naive. Crab wasn't either. The girl went down the mentioned path. Crab watched her go, then flew another way. The girl made her way. She took the trail the crowd had suggested. She didn't plan to give up on the star. She only wanted to see it herself, to reach it, to reach for it. She wanted it, and what it might bring her. She walked through the tall grass. She walked through what reminded of it after the autumn cold had set in. Most blades were bent, folded by frost. A few still held on. Dry stoughs crunched on all sides as she passed. Seed heads brushed her face, leaving bristles caught in her hair and clothes. She did not notice when the soles of her shoes began to sing. She felt it only when each step grew harder to take and she became tired. Loose strands of hair stuck to her damp forehead. A gust of wind blew from the side. It pressed the grass flat, snapping more stems. The shore of a pond opened in front of her. She recognized the pond she had often visited with her grandmother. She had never stood on this side. No one had been on this side this year. Not far from the shore, a heron stood, motionless. Its long legs were half submerged in the water. Its half-open eyes looked over the pond. "Have you seen a star?" "I have seen it." It turned its head out of politeness, then turned away. It did not look at her again. "Where is it?" "I do not know." Ripples spread where a fish broke the surface. Her gaze did not move. Its eyes were looking somewhere past the opposite shore. "Is it okay to take it?" "You may shine or waste away, with or without it. It does not change a thing. Do as you wish." "Don't you want it?" "I know what is mine and what I want. It will not change a thing. I do not want it." It did not say another thing. For a long time it stood, still looking at the other shore. The girl kept watching. Ripples in the water, swaying of grass heads, the way the bird feathers ruffled in the wind. Then the bird stretched its wings, rose into the air, and flew away. She walked along the shore, then turned into the forest. She felt cold now. Cold sweat had made her feel each flow of air. She kept moving deeper. New roots and moss hindered her step. There was no trail. The ground was covered with rotten leaves. It smelled damp. She made slow progress. The girl kept moving. She could not see bushes of cranberries. She could now half-broken twigs hanging from trees, and a pale white figure reflected in the still black water. "If you take the star, all will see it." She heard these words with a sharp ache in her chest. "You are not the only one that wants it. You will never rest." The girl did not move. She felt her every pulse. She did not look up to see who was speaking. "It's guarded by something terrible, but it's too late. You will have to meet it." The ghost whispered in her ear and tangled in her hair. Each spoken word sent her to shiver. She felt the ghost breathing down her neck. "But if you take the star, then guard it. Guard it every waking moment. No one who held it went empty-handed. The star knows what it will give you. It It will exhaust you, drain you. It will be your start and end. Then light disappeared. The girl returned and ran. Nothing looked familiar. She tripped, got up, ran, and tripled again. Her chest, knees, shoes, and hands were soaked in black swamp water. Leaves and branches that stuck to her rained down as she ran. Her hair kept getting in her eyes and mouth. She ran over live berries and bushes. She got to the pond. She could hardly see where she had walked before. She took her trail. Now she was sinking deeper into the mud. Her breath was heavy. Her run quickly turned into a heavy step. Each step sank down the ankle, some step halfway to the knee. As she sank one foot, water flowed to her shoe. As she raised it for the next step, it poured inside. No longer she could lift her feet above the ground. Shift, raise, slide, sink. She pulled on the grass to air her step. It rippled and broke in her hands. Finally she found hard ground. It was a trail to old apple tree. Now she walked slowly. She could barely lift her legs. She kicked the tree. With two loud knocks, she dropped the weight that has built up in her shoes. She gave her brief relief. She was freezing. She did not look up at the tree as she walked past it. She got to the road. There was a star laying on the ground, between the grass and the puddles. Its light was milky white, and a cold, bright light. The girl couldn't move. She was afraid. Above the star loomed a being. She didn't know words to describe it. Its shape, structure, and texture moved, changed, and shifted. Its presence was apparent. The girl shook. Her teeth rattled. Her eyes filled with tears. Her eyelashes stuck together after every blink. She tensed up. She could see the star through it. She closed her eyes. Walked up and take it. She opened her eyes. Then she stepped forward. She felt the air pushing her away. The air was thick and got thicker. It was hard to breathe. With each step, the shriek grew darker. A whine in her ears grew louder as well. It pushed on her eardrums. Dust flew into her face. She could barely keep her eyes open. The air grew hot as she got close. The star was radiating heat. When she was 3 steps away, all resistance stopped. She was in the eye of the storm. The last 2 steps were the easiest of the entire day. As she put her hand on the star, the wind around her calmed. The star hurt her hand. It was too hot for her cold, numb hands. She clenched in her fist. Hot turned to warm quickly. She got used to it. She saw bright yellow light through the red of her hands. She put the star under her coat, close to her chest. It filled her cold body with warmth. The light of the star was pouring from her sleeves, her collar, and from under her coat. The path ahead became just as bright. She knew exactly where it led. As she got closer to her village, everyone saw her glow. Some got on their porches, others peeked through their windows. Their whispers didn't make her shy. She did not look at them. She looked straight ahead. Her grandmother met her at the door. She noticed how determined her granddaughter's eyes were and how full of light. I love the animation, and I'm curious about the second ending, if it's different. So let's check it. Run past it. The girl ran forwards with her eyes still closed. She squeezed her eyelids shut. Her face turned into a grimace. She clenched her fists. Her nails sank into her palms. Her tears were flowing into her hair as she was running. She tucked her chin into her chest. She ran through it. She slipped, got up, and kept running. She felt herself running through the grass. She kept running forward. She was on the road again. She ran through puddles, through mud. Her pace kept slowing down. She slipped again and fell on her hands. She could not get up from fatigue of the entire day. She opened her eyes. She looked over her shoulder. Her dirty hair was obstructing the view. There was nothing. No apparition. No star. She stayed on the ground, covered with mud, until she regained some strength. It calmed her nerves. She got up. She knew exactly where she was. She was no longer scared. She walked back home. She was at home, dry and warm. Her grandmother kept kneading, crackling of the stove, creaking of the wooden floor, a single candle and the fire in the stove. She was thinking of something else. So that's another ending, and doesn't seem to be a good or bad ending, which is quite refreshing, quite nice to see. It is a food for thoughts, and I'll leave you with it. So thank you for watching, take care, and see you next time.